Hi, my friends. As I say in my introduction, it is nearly the end of the year. It's nearly the end of 2025, and we have a lot of different difficulties. People around the world, all with their own struggles and their own faults and own difficulties and so on. Uh, the world is, the world is not right all the time. And I was busy now with my video on my other platform, but I put it on the wrong platform, so I stopped the video and I go further now with the actual channel where I always do my other work. So I'm not busy with videos. A lot of other videos from other things happen during the year, and there was no time for me to finish all the videos. So I normally use that one. I use that one. And the main problem is I sit with a lot of footage, and sometimes I even cannot come out to finish it. And then my hard drives are full of I lose space of my hard drive. So and then I must go back and I must clear some of that file, and then I must, because every day or so there come new footage in. Uh, on my lives, every time when I do lives, there is okay. I use my computer or my machine. Yeah, I use my machine. So there's no time to. Oh, hello, Len, hello. I'm glad to see you here, man. Yeah, and that is what every time I say to the people. A lot of people they look my videos and nobody comment. He's still my friend Alan, and then it also thought, yeah, most of the time you are the only people who comment or you like my videos, and other people do not. But okay, but I have a lot of uh, subscribers and followers and so. So I use make use of TikTok and I make use of YouTube. YouTube is the main channel, and then it's Pinterest, Instagram, Facebook, and all the others. I use it, and I'm glad to see the people all over the world. And most of the time, America was the top country. No, the first country when I start making videos. That is from the year 2013. Most of the time, that was India was the main country with the most subscribers, most viewers. And after a while, then the United States was the second, and then they are going front, and they was for a lot of years, for many years, they was my biggest fans, all the. And after a while, then there was other countries also, and lately I saw that Namibia was also. Namibia is our neighbor country, and then there was South Africa now. The past few years, South Africa is the most country. I saw last saw my another thing. United States is now 10th on my list. Okay, but it doesn't matter because there's a lot of people from United States who still support me, and I'm very glad for this. Okay, India was overpowered after a long time, and now that is I'm not sure what is one of the countries in Russia, not Kazakhstan, but I'm not sure what the name is, but okay, that country is now one of the top countries. Also, they think one of the top 3 or 4 countries who are also on my list now. So okay, I think there's a time when all the people who are getting a chance to come in front of that. What you say? Okay, yes, it's true what you say, Les. It's true what you say, Len. Yeah, and I'm so very glad, Len, when if you also make videos, man, because I saw the comments you give every time that is very positive, and I appreciate it. But I also like you must also make a videos too of some so now and then. Yeah, that will be fine also. And you are the first person after a long time who give a comment and who was chat with me on that channel. The other people are just looking or watching, and then sorry, and then they go from the site or so. But okay, I'm very glad because I'm not sure what time it is now in your country, but there is in our country now. It is now exactly 2 minutes past 5 in the afternoon. Not the night, in the afternoon. Yeah, 2 minutes past 5, and it is still Saturday. I knew some of the countries already Sunday now, Saturday, Sunday, yeah, but we are still on Saturday. And our Christmas was on Thursday. So that was it. And yesterday, when we were, that was Boxing Day. We, yeah, in our country, call it Boxing Day. Okay, okay, okay. Yo. so, there, so there's a lot of the difference between your time and our time, yeah. Because it is still is it in the morning. I will say in the morning, daylight or is night because that is 5 past 5 here in the afternoon. Okay, oh yeah, we have Boxing Day, and then with other people here come and we make it a family day. So all the people in the places come together, families, and they join. They eat together, they drink together, and so. And because we are all the people who was the mother's house. They call some people in the other nations. They call it the big house, and Afrikaans we call it the groot huis. Groot for big house. So all the yeah the children from their parents came together there near that in that house, and then they sleep there and they eat together. And all the people who are married, there's a special departments for them, and they eat there, or they sleep there, and the youngsters sleep in the other house. And that is most of the black people here. Okay, we from the people, the government call us black, but as I told you in the history long ago, they say we are not black. I met a person from Ukraine a time ago, 2 years ago, and he said no, there's no something like black because they are pure Ukraine. And so he say, no, there's not black. But the people here believe we are all black. And but when it comes to certain decisions make, they are only black and we are not black. So they decided for themselves that is what they want to do and give for their people. But when and then we are coloreds. And then after that, when they need us for the stemmer, yeah, for the voting. Yeah, when the time for vote, then they come and say, "No, we are all black." And then they need our votes for him to sit on the chair. That is it. Okay, but fine. We are we are happy with ourselves when we understand now the facts of life. With what is going wrong. So then we call it Boxing Day, and that is it. And then there's a race coming up every year. The people have a sport day in town, and then the recycling, so people who are recycling the bicycles, they come together and they run. But I was here for a long time ago, but it's still going on, and that is it. That is I can call it the tradition. They can call it the tradition. So every year unboxing that thing happen there. And then when it comes to Easter, we have the first and the second of each New Year. Then we are going to the strand, the beach, and something go to. take buses and they drive along Quest the Cape or certain places like that. That that is that for and then the clubs, the people with the faces are painted and the color the clothing, they come together and then they call it the Malaya clubs, and then they make the Cape live, and they stay on the waterfront and then in Cape Town in Etlon. Etlon's a place where from our colored people live, and then they start in Adley Street in Cape Town. Adley Street and that other place. They walk there through the streets, and the people standing and watch things there. I think you know what they're talking about. That is what they do during the first, and they call the first and the second New Year. They do that, and then after that, that when it comes to Easter, the Easter Fridays, where we say Jesus was cross, on the cross and that. And the Sunday we all going to church, and that is I think that is the only date never be changed because they still use a Friday. They cannot make it a Sunday or a Thursday. They must. It doesn't matter on what date fall, but they change it every year for Easter Friday. That is it. And then after that, we have the Sunday. We are still going to church ceremony, and then we are confirmate our youngsters, who come into the church, new members of the church. Sorry, and then we call it Easter Sunday, and the Monday is still a holiday, and they call it Easter Monday, and then the people, our church, exactly all our church, we are old apostolic, and then all the from the churches in that provinces, they came together and they played rugby, and that is that. And after that, the year go on. That is what we do in that time. And there are different religions also, because Muslims, Islamic people, and the black people, that the Xhosas, the Zulus, the Xhosas and the Zulus, who are staying in the Western Cape. We live in the Western Cape, and then that people go home. They call it they going to the land, their land. Afrikaans we say hy gaan land toe. Hy gaan land toe. Land, going to the land. And that people have big places there. I can say it farms. And the parents, the men of that people, the husbands, yeah, they work in the Western Cape. They stay in the Western Cape, and then Easter or so they go to their places, back to town, back to their places, and then they, during the year they work in certain places and certain provinces, and Easter and Christmas. So then they going back home. They get a holiday, and after that they came back, and some of they have more than one wife. Some of the wives are, yeah, they have more than one wife, and that they leave their wife in that place at home, they, and they come work there in the states, in the Western Cape or other provinces, and after that they go home. So they leave that other wife here, and they go back to the main lady. And most of the people have more than two wives. Like our former president Zuma, he have I think seven wives. I'm not sure if it is more than 20 children. That is it. Yeah, yeah. That is their way of life. And the main thing we eat bread. That is our, I'm not sure what English word, but we call it staple food. So, and that is our bread day and night. When the people our people, the colored people, most of the time, when they wake up and they wash their faces and they brush their teeth, then the mother give him a little bit of coffee and a piece of bread or jam or peanut butter or cheese or whatever on that. And then that is all right. And okay, but the other thing is we that thing from uh, that thing from okay. Oh, I see. Yeah, you know, and what you see, learn what I find out. I went to. I think some people say time we Americans. Sorry for the with Americans, but the people in the states are not eat much variety. It's true. So they like. There was a lady from South Africa, our sister. She married a man from Canada, and she said that they eat most of the time they eat uh, s- vegetables. Yeah, vegetables, broccoli and other things, but not bread. But we are, the Western Cape, where we stay in the Western Cape. There's a place named Malmesbury, and the other place is in Malmesbury. We call it the Swartland. Maybe I will repeat the Blackland, not people. I think the reason why they call it the Swartland or Blackland. Uh, Sorry for the pronoun. It is because when every year when the corn is not the corn, yeah, kurang, in English is kurang, yeah, the corn, yeah. Every year when they cut the corn and then the fields they burn the fields. They burn the field and the all everywhere you look on the field, it is black. I think that is the reason why I call it the blackland, Swartland. And then the corn was there, and here in our place is a big place. We call it Sasko. And that is a place where the bread were, they make the meal there and the maize, and after that, the flour, yeah, they corn flour, yeah. And after that, they make the flour and then they bake even the bread also. A company there. It is a company shop, and then they make the bread there, and then every morning the trucks come and they deliver the trucks the bread at our shops and the mobiles and so on. So that is it. Yeah, and so that is it. Yeah, and that is what I. And then after that, okay, there's people that still eat bacon and eggs, tomatoes, and porridge in the morning. But time has changed so fast now that we are not even the people don't even make porridge anymore. And that is the reason, one of the reasons why we are so sick, so ill, because we don't eat healthy food. See that the the bread produce sugar at last. It produce sugar in our bodies, and then the body is not so strong. And the people on everything they can't. The sugar take over the body parts, and then after a while you go to hospital and the doctors diagnose you. Now you are the diabetes or so, and then after sudden set your bones begin change to black, and when that happen, that is not far from cut it down. And that is a sad story. That is a problem we should work in the. There is porridge also in the markets and cornflakes and so on, but our the it is not so cheap anymore. No, it's not so cheap. When you use your currency are very strong like ours. I think it is now 17 rand on a dollar. So when you use $1, no, when we use 17 rand, you use only $1. You can see the big difference. And there was a time I know I think I was in the 70s or late 60s when I was a young boy and toddler, and I think I'm not sure, but I think that the rand currency was higher than the dollar that time. I think so. And because we was equal with the pound from England, because we was a colonial fund from Britain. And after that, the rent going down and down and down. And when the time this government take over, it was still good. I'm not sure if it was 12 rand or less than that, but now it was in the time it was more than 20 rand a dollar, but okay, things change a little bit. But okay, that is something we can talk of that another time. Yeah, that is it, man. And I like to collaborate with people, with you also, because you make my day. And thank you for supporting me all the time. And I see you most of the time on Facebook also, and that is it. I'm not sure if you understand Afrikaans, because when I'm on Facebook, I mostly post Afrikaans. So I'm not sure if you understanding it, but okay. English is my second language, and I knew there's a different grades of English. See, there's a different grades of English. And we are not to talk that high words, We don't flat English and so. When you're in Cape Town, they're in the Cape suburbs and so, the people say they talk mangles. Okay, thank you. Yeah, and when we are in the Cape Flats, and that people places there, that is difficult places to stay. I wouldn't stay there because that every day they kill each other. And I'm not sure what the government make to stop it, because it's going on and going on. The time when I was in the force, I was situated in one SACC battalion that is there in Fairgrove, and our base was there, and we do our work there in Guguletu, Nyanga, that is places where the black people stay, and that is people that I don't. If you will go there alone, you are in big trouble, because the people are at no mercy. They rob you and they do anything. So even now also at the place we call it Bialba. Bialba was a nice place, Bialba. And there was a place where we are this at that time when I going to the force in 1995. There was a nice place. And the trucks come and drop you there, or the trucks come and could take you from there to the base. That was the main point. And after a while, and every Sunday evening, we must go back to the base. So we take the train from Paal. I'm staying Paal. I take the train from Paal, and yeah, I took it, and I go to the Biaba station, and all the troops, come together there, and then we got in the trucks, and they take you to the base, and that was, the route where they put you down and take you. But now the Somalians came in. The Somalians came in, and the Somalians, I'm sorry to say it, man, because that people are, I'm not sure if they like that. I'm not sure, because they don't mind. And there's a lot of crooks also. There's a lot of crooks. And there was one day youngster here in near me, and all the people here, and some of the people give them homes. When they come to Somalia, they came here and they ask for a place to live, and they say, okay, fine, you can stay there, and they pay their boarding. Okay, they pay good, and that the youngster come every time he came, he threatened, and they threatened him. When he came to the shop, he want money, because he was a drug smoker, And then one day, I think they sent somebody from Cape Town or something like that, and he came and he killed that boy. And there's nothing happened. After all of this, nothing happened. That people still live there. They have a mobile shop there, and they go with the mobile on. And The people buy their food or their stuff there, and there's nobody question. And that is what I like from your country because they investigate the case. Doesn't matter how long, if it's 5 or 10 years, they investigate and they get the culprits at the end of the day. But here in our country, no, the police are so glad when they say a case are closed because they don't want to investigate it. They don't. That is it. So they does not do their work properly. That is it. And even when I look up on our defense is very very bad. There was one day something you make a list, yeah, and it was posted on YouTube. I think I think if there is 3 or 4 fighter jets in South Africa, that is a lot. I think now at the time helicopters now not uh, frigates, that frigates and that boats for fight. No, Elaine in some harbors, Elaine some harbors broken, no parts. There was a time I say to you because that is it. That is what going on there. When the government take over, they open the borders, and because we have a strong army that time, and they come and say no, no, we have no enemies, so they open the borders. Everyone come inside and outside and inside. It is chaos. It is chaos, and there's a lot of that time we were 11 languages in South Africa that time before 1995. Yeah, before 1994, the people in our country can spoke 11 languages, so they mean there 11 different cultures in our land, the country. Now it is a lot. It is a lot of people. The people don't worry, man. They don't mind. But okay, that is we can talk of that on another day or so. But yeah, it is bad. But okay, that is it, and we must cope because otherwise, I'm not sure. Our army, I think, yeah, was it in this year? Yeah, in the Congo, a small country, I think Rwanda, a small country. They take from our soldiers there, and they hostage. How they keep them hostage? I think it is. I'm not sure it's more than 200 men and women. And I don't know what the government. Okay, at the end of the day, they bring it back, but they left the white flag, and that never happened in that country. It never happened because South Africa was the strongest country in Africa, and our people, our colored people, was that time in the military force, and we are foot soldiers. And all the presidents from that time, Magnus van Landen and that other George Meyering and that other generals, they said that the colored people are the best foot soldiers in Africa and among the world. And after the government opened the gates, everybody come inside, it go worse. And that is it. That is it. What South Africa. So I think any land, any country can take it on, and that is over. Steps. I see that big steps from you, the George Gerald R. Ford and the George Washington and that. I like to watch that videos every day on YouTube, and I can see that the power on you, the power of America, and I admire your country. Doesn't matter what happened or what, but I admire that the F-16s, F-22 Raptors, the F-35s, all that others F-16s. I watch all the videos. For me, it is I like it, man. You see how you are prepared for anything. The drones, the missiles. No, no, no. You said with Elon Musk, a South African, but I think was it not for that the government before and that government. I think he will make South Africa proud that time till now, but that government doesn't look back, and so I knew they needed his help, but the first time they reject him. Yeah, man, that is it, Len. That is it. And this is sad. It's sad and it's bad to see what government can do. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, I see. I see a video. I saw a video last from I think it's in Atlanta that people are living also bad there in Atlanta. But okay, they don't show all the things to the world. But here in our country, this is worse. Yeah, you see. Okay. Oh, so it's so you know about that people there. Is it still the same or is it changed? They changed now. You know what you say about Christians look for Jesus to come. I'm in a church who believe that Jesus already come. Okay, I still believe in the Bible, but we believe in what because I wait for somebody to come. And where I was, there's a old lady. She's died. She's died a few years ago, long years ago. Yeah, she died. And then when I was a child, she say when she was a child, the people say the come of Jesus coming is near, and that lady did 4 years ago, and the son was also a parent, and his a daughter. My mother and father are also gone, and so that is where we believe that Jesus come every day, every moment, and that is why I look to ourselves, you know. But the other thing is if we are not uh, prepare for anything, and you still sit there and wait for something to happen. No, that will not work. I see a lot of people on the social networks. They was nothing, or they struggle in life, and after a long time they try many things out, and then there's progress. You see, and that is it. So if I not try, or if when I sit there every day and I do nothing and I believe in things, then things were not going right for me. Mm, it's true, yeah. And there's a lot of other books. I'm not sure why. Uh, the people who, not the people in the Bible itself, like Lucas and Johannes and that people, and and Moses and so on. I'm talking about the people who combine the Bible, and they say there's a lot of other books not in the Bible, and yeah, there's a lot of other books they not include in the Bible, and so. But what I expect is they say that the Ethiopian Bible are the fully true Bible. I'm not sure because I just like to have a Bible like that, or the King James version. Are you still using the? Are you also use the King James version, or is it only in Britain or so, non-Britain? Because we have the Afrikaans Bible here, and there's also English Bibles, but not the King James version. And every few years they change the Bible, they change the word in the Bible, and so on. Then the people just believe what they saw. Okay, okay, yeah, but no, yeah, because we only have one Bible here, English Bible and Afrikaans Bible. I think this 1935 or 53 version. I think so one is a 1953 version of the 35 version, one of the two. That is how, and after that there came other versions also, but it's the same Bible, same Bible. It just they call the Bible. That is the time when they first wrote the Bible, like C.L. Langenhofen and that people, Afrikaners, they write out the Bible. Not wrote it, they changed it to other words. They translate, yeah, they translate the Bible. So I think they also change or allow keep certain things out of the Bible. But it is interesting to see how people believe, and because my cousin was also the church we call it the NG Kerk. Uh, that was that time that was the state's church government. Yeah, the chosen or was on the government. And after a few years ago, many years, they come under other church group from the states. I'm not sure what place in the states they come, or what state in the United States they come here, and they start a new church there. And there was the church. They call it the first time they call it the Mormons. I also see there's a book in the Bible, the Book of Mormon, but it's not in our Bible. And they started church there. And long after years ago, they changed that name from the Mormons to the Church of Jesus Christ in the late days. That is a new name, and he are still in that church. Yeah, that is a lot, and that and you know what, that in my even in my town, Parel, is a lot of churches. I say a lot, and it's small church. Some people gathered in houses, and then they say the big churches, like the NG church and the different NG churches, because there was also splitting there. And then, yeah, 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 yeah. You see, a few days ago, I watched a video of somebody, but there was only one part. One part. There wasn't another part too. And that guy say that the seven churches are demonics, and I follow that video. But there's only two churches because there's a part two and a part three. There wasn't on TikTok, but I still like to see the other churches. And they say the first one was the Jehovah. I'm not sure. I'm not here to judge, but he say the Jehovah Witness is not real. This is some demonic. I'm not sure what church you are. And then the other one is the Mormons. But I'm not here to judge because I cannot say that people are wrong or that people are right. But okay, the Afrikaans Bible was, I'm not sure from what the version the Afrikaans Bible was translated. I think it was translated from the Netherlands. Yeah, the Netherlands Bibles. That is translated from that. But the thing is, the churches, lots of that, and I'm sure that the Mormon have their own Bibles also because when I moved to my cousin, I go there, I saw that his Bibles, there's a lot of thick Bibles. But it is interesting, man, what they ascribe in their Bibles, what we don't know. So, but the Bible I want to find is the King James Version and the other Bible from Ethiopia. The two Bibles, I need the two Bibles. Yeah, there's a lot of things we can talk about, and but that is what I think. But most of the things is how people believe and what they believe and so on. So, my friend, thank you very much for that time to deal with me. I'm still busy with normal videos, plain videos. Yeah, that is cool. That is right. Yeah, I also enjoy your chat and the other friend. Also, I see there's two So I must leave now. But maybe tomorrow, if there's time, I'll be back. So thank you very much, and have a nice day. Ne? Uh, I see you in my next video. Thank you. Ne? Have a nice day. Bye. Oeh, dat is nog lekker geweest.